highway's calling. Pack my things, I'm all in. The autumn leaves are falling once again.
Hey everyone! In today's video, we are going to finish up the fall decorating in my home. We will primarily be in my kitchen. I have some thrifted treasures to share with you along the way and a DIY project. I hope you find some inspiration for your home in today's video. Let's go ahead and get started. Whenever I decorate my home, I try to think outside the box a bit and try new things. I encourage you to try ideas that you may have. You can always change them if you end up not liking them. This light fixture is relatively new. I've had it up for about 2 months now. I wanted to add some florals here to create a whimsical feeling in my breakfast nook. To do this little project, you will want to choose a stem that is bendable and has a realistic look like these cosmos from Hobby Lobby. I wanted to share a peek inside the cabinets in my breakfast nook. I mostly added just some copper pieces, and all of these pieces are thrifted. The bowls on top are a recent marketplace find, and they were in excellent condition. I added a bit of color using these thrifted dishes in a dark red tone. Almost everything in the cabinets are pieces that I have thrifted and collected over time. Next, we are going to work on styling my kitchen table, and I have 3 different styling ideas to share. First, I am styling the table without a tablecloth, but my friend found these amazing placemats while we were out thrifting, and I love the texture that they add to the table. I keep my cake stand on my table all of the time. It looks so pretty here. I use it often for baked treats and cakes on birthdays. I have mentioned this before, but you don't have to overhaul your entire space for the seasons. You can add a few accents here and there to staple pieces that you already have. This still creates a very cozy space. So again, while I was out thrifting with my friend, she actually spotted this beautiful lace tablecloth, and I instantly fell in love with it. After I got it washed up, I added it to the table, and I think that it just looks so lovely here. This is one of those pieces that you can use year-round and just change out some of the pieces on the table for the seasons. I still have some beautiful zinnias blooming out in my garden, and I wanted to give them a chance to shine here in the kitchen, so I have another kitchen table styling idea to share. This last table styling has a few more details and it might be more suitable if you're having guests over or if you have a separate dining space. I kept the tablecloth and the placemats, but I added these branch stems. These are a great option for a table because the stems are very realistic. I clipped some branches from a tree in my front yard and had a few loose leaves left over, so I added those as well. Next, I am adding in 6 of these glass bud vases with the zinnias that I clipped from my garden, and I am just weaving those into the branches that I have on the table. When I create a tablescape, I love to use different candlesticks. All of these are thrifted pieces, but to keep things feeling cohesive, I selected all brass candlesticks, but varied the shapes and sizes. I am using real candles here, but I made sure to place them away from any of the stems, but you could certainly use flameless candles as well. I thrifted this set of transferware plates, and the scene on them is just so dear. They add some interest and pattern to the table. I truly believe that a collected home is curated over time, and it's not something that you can rush. It's about adding those little touches to building character as you find them, like these copper molds that I recently found thrifting and antiquing. I decided to add them to the sides of my cabinet. I just used some mini command hooks so that my cabinets wouldn't be damaged if I decided to move them. Making some small changes for the season, like displaying some dishes with a seasonal pattern or color, is a simple way to decorate. I have several of these dishes in this dark red color, so to create a cohesive look in my kitchen, I am going to display a few of them on this little rack I thrifted and then DIY'd a couple weeks ago. Changing out your dish towels is another easy way to welcome fall into your home. I did sneak in some pumpkins on the towels that I hung on my stove because I love the pattern on them. My kitchen is a busy place, so I don't do too much decorating on my large island and around my sink area. Most of the decor pieces I have are on the back countertops around my stove, and those are mostly functional, like my wooden spoons, a few cookbooks, and my salt and pepper canisters. I add a bit more decor in my breakfast nook area because we don't use that area as much as the island. If you have been here a while, you all know that I love to breathe the outdoors in whenever I can. I did some research and found out that a mum can grow indoors if it is watered properly and has access to a good amount of sunlight. So I paired it here on my counter with some oranges that I already had on hand, but apples or pears would also work well. I take any opportunity that I can to display pretty dishes, so I added a few dishes I thrifted with some leaves and fruit here on my plate rack. The colors are perfect for fall. Speaking of thrift finds, I also thrifted this tablecloth a while back. I love the earthy color tone and the subtle pattern. I don't always use my tablecloths on my table. This one I am going to drape over the side of the antique dresser in my kitchen to add a cozy, casual look. I thrifted this bench forever ago and I just wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with it. I ended up making a cushion for the top of it out of an old curtain and added it to the hallway on the main level. To finish this cozy space, I brought in a few pillows and a cozy throw for fall. I am going to finish up the decorating here with a little DIY project. I fell in love with this corn husk wreath that you can find on Etsy, which run anywhere from $80 or more. I decided I was going to make one, and after the materials that I needed, I made mine for about $25. I used corn husks that you would actually use to make tamales, and I dried these out in my garage for about 3 days before starting the wreath. I purchased a sunburst wreath to use as my base because I needed the extra grapevine to be able to secure the husk bundles. First, you are going to make several husk bundles of about 4 to 5 husks and secure them with a 26 gauge floral wire. Then you can take the bundles and tuck them into the wreath. Once I had all of those secured, I did run some hot glue around the back of it and then went back in with some single husks to fill in the wreath. Let's take a final look at how everything came together. In this week's Cozy Chats, I am sharing 5 free ways to decorate for fall. Seasonal decorating does not need to be expensive. Creating a home can be budget-friendly and still be very cozy. Let me know which one of these ideas was your favorite in the comments. It is my passion to share an array of ideas on my channel because what is most important to me is that you find ideas that are simple, approachable, and that you can implement in your own home. As always, I hope that you got some inspiration for your home from this video. If you love thrifting, easy DIY projects, and affordable decorating tips, I hope that you will subscribe and join me here every Friday. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you here in 2 weeks. I am taking the week off to work on some projects that I am looking forward to sharing with all of you soon.